Hello, today is May 30th, 2015, and I'm Jeffrey Tennant. My last call said there was a mejt target of 2117.02 that printed and was a very good resistance level throughout the day. I also said I expected us to get significantly more than that level, and we did. During the day, see if I can make this easier to see. During the day, there was an ultimate buy signal in the morning right here. So when the market was dropping like a stone, and I get rid of this. The market was dropping like a stone right over here. It said ultimately higher prices were going to print. It gave a target of right over here, and that's what we got. And there was resistance over the target. There was a buy signal in the afternoon, but the software has a status window, which explains the system and says that the target was already hit. When there is a buy signal and the target's hit, you're at resistance. It doesn't mean you can't break through resistance, but it doesn't mean you go wild on the long side either. So resistance doesn't have to hold, but here it did. mejt says this is a false move down and gives us a target of 2113.43, most likely to print Monday, and I'm going to use that as the call. This actually is a reasonably positive pattern. We had a gap down, a series of new lows, couldn't hold any of them. We couldn't hold any of them despite a big increase in volume. And despite the fact that certain indices like the industrials hit new lows, so we have some divergence on the drop here. It's possible to use the diamond on stilts pattern to make some predictions as to target prices. Here's your diamond. You set up a Fibonacci grid at 0, 38.2, 61.8, and 100%. And if you just take the height of the diamond, in this case it's 61.8%, that kind of predicts roughly what the length of the move is going to be. You can actually use the same principle on shorter time frames. If you see half a diamond here, and here's a stilt, and here's a stilt, you take the height, and when you set up a Fibonacci grid right here, you'll see you're awfully close to where the high is. If you use this as a stilt and this is a stilt, you take the height, gives you kind of a rough idea of where the high of the move is. And if that's a stilt and that's a stilt, then there's your diamond. You can see that by setting that at 61.8%, we're awfully close to the low. So we have a reasonable expectation that we can rally pretty much from the open and at least hit the target price of 2113.43. As always, if the call fails, it should be obvious before the open with a strong gap down, but I'm going to go with the mejt target at 2113 and change as the call.